Can you hear me, Pam? Hi, Carol. Hi, Pam. Can you hear me? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. How are you girls doing tonight? I hope you're all well. All right, we are going to get started. Hey, it's Shel Anderson from Shel's Creative Corner and Shel Anderson Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I blog at shelscreativecorner.blogspot.com, and I can be reached anytime by email at andersonshel@gmail.com. I'd like to welcome you guys here tonight for a Stamp with Shel Fun Fold. But before we get started on all this crafty goodness, I have to share with you guys a awesome tip that I learned today. You know me, I'm always looking for good storage ideas because I have a teeny tiny craft space. Well, I heard this one today on the internet and I thought I got to go home and try it and see what happens. So this is storage for the new blending brushes. Check this out. This is a Stampin' Blend unit. It's designed to hold the Stampin' Blend markers. And the new blending brushes fit in there just beautifully. And I have 3 in each slot. You could easily get 4. I wouldn't want them touching, but as you can see, it works absolutely beautifully. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Now I just need to set this out of the way. I thought that was a fabulous, fabulous tip. All right, I need to take a sweater off. I'm too warm. Get a drink because I'm losing my voice already. And I am going to share with you guys a new card fold. I have never seen this card fold before. And I thought, wait a minute, I could do that for a video. So that's what we're doing. It is called a fanfare fold, okay? And it is really cool, and it's not hard to do. So like that's a win-win, right? Okay, so I did cut the pieces, but I didn't do any scoring. We're going to do that together. So I have a base that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I chose Blackberry Bliss, and I have a fold out. This is the piece we're going to score. That's 4 1/4 by 11. And then for DSP, I have a matte base that's 3 3/4 by 5, and this is the Oso Ombre paper. That's the Celebration freebie. And then I have a piece that's 2 3/4 by 4. One that's 2 1/4 by 4. 2 that are 1 1/4 by 4. And a Whisper White piece that's 4 by 2 1/4. I also have some punches. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. I have a couple of flower punches. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. I brought in the double oval punch. I think I might use that. And I also brought in the sprig punch for a little bit of greenery. All right. I did bring an embossing folder, but I changed my mind when I was cutting. So I'll show you another sample afterwards. A few minutes ago I made another sample. And I'll show you that one. But this one I wanted to do different so you could see the 2 different ways that I've done this. So we're going to score this one together. This is our fold out portion of our fanfare fold. And we are going to score this at 1, I don't know if I've got this in the camera. just make sure. Yep, I'm in the camera. Okay, 1 1/2. We're going to score it at. Then we're going to slide it over to the 3-inch line. And we're going to score it there. Then we're going to run it over to the 5 1/2-inch line. We're going to score it there. Then we're going to flip out our arm and we're going to go over to the 8-inch. And we're going to score it there. Pretty simple, right? Okay. So, we are just going to grab our bone folder and we are going to score these lines. And we're just going to accordion fold it back and forth like so. Okay? So I'm just going to score those lines again. All right. So now we're going to bring in our card base. This is Blackberry Bliss 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we are going to put on a piece of DSP that is 3 3/4 by 5. And because this DSP was a celebration freebie, I wanted to use that tonight. But you could use whatever DSP you have in your stash. If you're anything like me, you're going to have way too much DSP. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Now we're going to open this back up again. And we are going to figure out how we want this laid out. I do know that I want this panel here for my greeting. So my Whisper White layer I'm going to put on right away. And I'm just going to center that on the panel. So I'm just going to lay it out and see what it looks like. All right, now I'm going to shut it, all right, because you're going to see some of these DSPs. You're not going to see that one at all. I think I'm going to switch these two. All right, kind of like that. So now we're going to glue these DSPs down. And I like the Tombow because it gives me just a little bit of wiggle room. And the colors for the cardstock, I just pulled that right out of the DSP pack. This is super, super easy. I'm telling you, and easy is sometimes a good thing, right? We don't need everything to be complicated and crazy all the time. Or I sure don't. All right. Just like that. And you see how that's going to happen here? So now we're going to take this, and when you put this on your card, you're going to want a nice strong adhesive. I'm using Tombow because Tombow will, once it's dry, you can't remove it. This mechanism is going to get a lot of use. So this piece here is the one that you need to make sure that it's glued on really well. So I'm just going to flip it over and give it a good back rub while it dries. So now the only thing that we have to do is to decorate. So I thought that I'd just pull this paper pack back in. And like I said, this is the Oh So Ombre. And I thought I would just get some scrap green out of my scrap bin for some leaves. And I'm just using the sprig punch. And we're not going to have to embellish this too heavily, but I'm going to punch 2 of those. And then I thought I would just use this paper and punch some flowers. If I can find the purple that's the ombre pattern. There we go. So I don't know if these ones are going to be too big. This is just the little blossom punch. But I'm going to punch a couple of those. And I thought I'd punch a couple of these in a lighter shade. There we go. All right, let me get this paper out of the way and we'll see what I have created. And we're going to need a little piece of Whisper White, and I've got some scrap here, because we need to put a greeting on this card. So I have not got a greeting set picked out, and those greetings are all too big. Got a couple of stamp sets right here. Oh, this is a good one. This is the Butterfly Wishes. So I should be able to find something in here. How about Birthday Wishes? That'll work. I need something that's going to fit in that small oval. All right, so I think I am going to use black, no, I'm going to use Memento black ink. All right, we'll just stamp that down. And then we will punch it out with this small oval. Well, maybe we will if I can get my punch in there. Nope, I have to cut it. Let me grab a pair of scissors and cut this off. There we go. I'm just trying to center that up in there. And we're going to need, I think Blackberry Bliss will be the answer. I am going to punch one of the scalloped ovals out of a piece of scrap blackberry. All right, so now I just have to put this together, and we have our greeting. Okay, and I think that I'm going to put that right fair in the middle. And I am just going to put, as you can see, there's some scrap on the back here from a disaster that didn't work out. We won't talk about that tonight. I'm sure you guys have all had your share of disasters that didn't turn out. All right, I love this new punch. Okay, so we have that. Now what I want to do is put some, what do we want? Do we want rhinestones, or do we want the matte black dots, or do we want pearl? How about pearls tonight? I haven't used pearls in a while. Not the white ones anyway. Basic pearls. Here we go. All right. So for these bigger flowers, we're going to use the bigger pearls. And wow, those ones are pretty tiny. Let me grab my snips and we'll cut apart a couple of these ones, because those other ones are pretty tiny. There we go. All right, that can go out of the way. And now we just have to figure out how we want this greenery. It's going to be way too much. So I'm going to snip this in half. We actually just need a little wee bit behind just to break up the and I'm going to have that hang off the edge. And if these were cardstock, I'd put them on dimensionals, but because they're not cardstock, I think they're going to be too flimsy. So I am going to glue these flat. And I'm going to put one here. And then I will pop this one here. And I'm going to have that piece going down like that. All right, so those three petals can have some adhesive. You guys been watching on the news? I saw that New York got dumped with snow. I think they got 44 centimeters so far and it's still snowing. Crazy. I hope it doesn't come here. I don't know if these little ones are gonna, how about we put those little ones down here on the inside where we're gonna write our greeting. There. All right, my friends, this is our fanfare card. Now, no, it will not stand up because they're all, it's different sizes, and it's not intended to stand up. But isn't that a cute fold? I love the way that you can see all the different layers of the DSP. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you one that I made earlier, and this one is made with the Boho Indigo products, and these are the Boho papers. And on this one, instead of using DSP, I used cardstock, and to be honest, it is much sturdier with the 2 layers of cardstock. And I embossed this with the Absolute Argyle embossing folder,
and then I just glued that on and then put on the boho indigo papers. And these elements, this tag and these flowers, are actually part of that kit. It is a fabulous, fabulous kit. Comes with, it's a project kit. No, I think it's called a project medley. It's in the annual catalog, and it comes with a pack of DSP, all these embellishments, stamp set, dies. It's fabulous. So you should check that one out. So that is the boho, and that one is our Celebration Oso Ombre. All right, ladies, that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this fold. If you want to take a screenshot, there are the dimensions. Otherwise, you can send me a text or send me an email at andersonshell@gmail.com, and I will send you the dimensions. Thanks so very much, and we will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.